Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
28, Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Were covered, that they end up running themselves out of time.
And his throw is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Las Vegas.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
47-yard line.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And here a juke. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point forthcoming.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory.
Jackson's pass.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 60 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
Jacobs now.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line. The handoff.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 33 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly, and oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Big hold of the 30. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Jones, 84 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Raiders. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Now he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 83 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the extra point.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And a Raven first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Green on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
From the 24, Carr.
24 yards line.
He'll want that one back. doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
Man, I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things like that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And they'll get it up up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The killer here, it's complete. Room to run past midfield. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's forced out right, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectation.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens have broken the tie.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slot caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kick is blocked.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime in a... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked to...
In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Peters. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like...
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Getting down inside the 25, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Carr completes it. 20. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry runs 50 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
47.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this carries him to the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, able to avoid him. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
3rd and 14.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Ravens.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
To Willie Snead.
Willie Snead. 45 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys over.
It's a foot race past the 20, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
75 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
17 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Take it across midfield and down to the 45. So this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Josh Jacobs. Jamin Ferguson there on the 10.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54.
Throwing his car on third down.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Running is Jacobs.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Ball carrier.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
To throw, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 17 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Kicker on for the...
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And a Raven first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs pushes over it.
That's just not right.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now on first down. He's airing it out for William. And this will be caught at the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That's good.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Take the delay.
Delay game, offense.
What's up, man?
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 11, just over 1:40 to play. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On 2nd down, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's going to let it flop. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Carr going to throw here. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's a
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say.